discover their dream, and allow them to buy it back from you. How hard is it to allow somebody to buy back their own dream? Spotlight out on them, not on you, the seller. If we recognize that people buy for their reasons, not ours, it can be very, very helpful. Second, there is no closing. If you have to ask your buyer to buy your stuff, you have not done a good job. Convincing is just way, way too hard. If any salesperson comes out of a call and says, if they just understood what we could do for them, they didn't do a very good job of conveying it. So I would call it a no close, no guess, honest approach to selling. You have to take them through the sales process, but buyers don't like going through your process. They have their own process, right? How many of you in the first 15 minutes get asked, how much does it cost, right? I mean, all the time. When you go in thinking that you qualify for them and you're there to figure out whether or not they qualify for you, it turns this sales process upside down. There's something in every sales methodology called expectation management, right? And expectations include how you're going to communicate, how much time do you have for a call? I mean, there's all sorts of expectations throughout. And the real job of a salesperson is to collect decisions, not close deals. And so what you have to do to determine whether or not they qualify is have them agree to put together a mutual process, mutual, you and them, with milestones or gates. We call it a reverse timeline that has every step laid out. And when you get to the first one and it's completed, you ask them, do you want to go to the next one or is it over? If you get past that, do you want to go to the next one or is it over? And when you get to the end, there's only one more decision they have to make. It's pretty likely going to be a yes. Part of that is you're going to have to send them paperwork at some point. Don't send it prematurely. That's the last thing. There should never be anything in it that they've not seen before, including the pricing. At the end of the day, they may or may not approve it and send it back. However, there shouldn't be anything in there that they can't say yes to. And one of the things that you need when you're putting a reverse timeline together is you got to tell them, I need you to honor the commitments you make because I'm going to honor mine. Wow, powerful. Somebody asked for pricing way too early. There's two things you can say. If you want to be nice, you can say, I don't think we're there yet. There's a lot of stuff I don't know yet, and I really can't tell you. Can I ask you a couple more questions before we get to that? And that always mollifies them. The other thing is, these are really powerful sales words. I think we're in trouble. Massive pattern interrupt. And by the way, a big part of this process is pattern interrupts. We've got to throw them off their game and get them looking at things very, very differently. Otherwise, they're going to take you through their process. And they're going to go, what do you mean we're in trouble? I say, well, anytime anybody asks in the first 15 minutes how much it is, it's a price deal. And our stuff's expensive. So you cannot give out pricing without context. Write this down, everybody. I'm ready to tell you when you're ready to tell them, by the way, okay? When the time comes to tell them how much it is. But I need to ask you two questions first, and I don't want you to tell me the answer, but you need to know the answer to these two questions. The first question is, what's the value of this solution for you? Don't tell me the answer. What's the value? Here's the second question. How much do you think you need to pay to go after it? And again, don't tell me the answer. Let me know that you know the answer. I'll tell you how much it is. Now, out of that little role play, the first numbers they need to hear in their heads are their numbers. Now there's context to your number. And if you know your business, you know how much it ought to cost, right? And so should they. So as long as you are within, some of this, you'll get the deal. Never tell them or talk about money except in the context of what they're looking to do and why it's important to them. I'm going to tell you how much it is. Answer these two questions first. Boom. There you go. Now it's related to them and their issue, and you are in their head. Trust, the way I define it in sales, is the greater the degree that they believe that you will put your financial or economic interest aside to help them achieve what they're looking to achieve, the more they believe that, the greater the trust. They need to know that you are interested in helping them, not make a sale. And you can do that in any number of different ways, but primarily it's asking the questions and speaking to the things that get them comfortable. You've got to get inside their heads, get them comfortable, get them to trust you, get them to share their dream with you. Because when you know their dream, you are the safest person to buy from. Everybody else is selling their stuff, okay? You're selling them back their dream.